Hello. So I just finished the brand new Marvel show, Secret Invasion. The last episode came out today. I just got and watched it. This is my immediate afterthoughts of the show. Hey. Um. So the show very, eh, it's one of the better Marvel shows. I think the best one is probably I would want to say Loki. Um, Loki or WandaVision is the best Marvel show. And I think this show isn't really getting a lot of buzz uh, online at all. I don't know how many people are actually watching this show, but I'm not seeing a lot of things about it. I mean, I've seen a few reviews and breakdowns on YouTube, but I go on Twitter and TikTok quite often, and I haven't seen a single thing on either of those websites. So it's pretty sad to see because it is a decent show, especially the first few episodes. It does fall off near the end of the show, but that's a common problem throughout all of these Disney shows. They usually fall off near the end. I think the only one, the exception to that, would probably be and Loki and WandaVision are probably the only two Marvel shows to not have the problem of falling off at the end. But this Marvel show, Secret Invasion, falls into the usual trap at the end that these Marvel shows have been falling into, of big CGI fight at the end, and then you have a few minutes to set up whatever's next, such as a new season, a new movie, and the end of this show is going to lead into Armor Wars, I believe, which is a movie about Rhodey coming out, not quite sure when. And I think it's going to lead into the Marvels. A quick tangent about the Marvels. I think that movie's going to absolutely flop when it comes out because just the amount of stuff you have to see to even comprehend the trailer. Because I imagine if you're someone that doesn't keep up to date with all the Marvel stuff, the trailer must look like absolute gibberish to you. Like, to watch the Marvels, to understand it, you would have to have watched Miss Marvel, which is already a show a lot of people probably haven't seen. You would have had to have watched WandaVision. You would have had to have watched Secret Invasion and Captain Marvel. And that is four things, three of them being shows. That is a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff, essentially homework you have to do just to watch one movie. And I feel like that movie's gonna flop pretty hard. Especially since Captain Marvel's already a character that a lot of people don't like and aren't interested to see. That movie's gonna flop. And I'm still gonna see it because I'm a huge nerd. But in general, it's gonna flop. I mean, I know the first Captain Marvel movie made $1 billion, but I don't think this one's gonna even crack anywhere near that. Back to Secret Invasion. The finale, for some reason, is the most overpowered MCU character to date. Gaia at the end, spoiler warning, becomes a super Skrull with the powers of every Avenger and more. So basically, anyone that was out at the final battle at the end of Endgame, she has the powers of. Even she has the powers of Thanos, not like the crystals, but she has Thanos' DNA in her now. So she is absolutely overpowered, which creates a problem now. Anytime in a future movie or show when there's a big bad threat, you're going to just ask yourself, where's Gaia? Why is she not here? She can deal with this in 2 seconds. So that is probably a huge problem. I'm going to guess that she's either gonna disappear completely and be forgotten about, or she's gonna get killed in some sort of way, somehow, or get her powers taken away. Because in the state that she's in, she can basically be anything. And this show, starting off, it kind of shows itself as like a spy espionage sort of thing. It drops that, I would say, in the fourth or fifth episode. It stops being that, which is a huge mistake, I think. I think that its tone being much more darker is a big plus. But it's a much different movie. Not movie, it's a much different show than what we've been seeing with Marvel. And it's a huge, not huge, but it is a departure and something different when Marvel desperately needs something different. So I do commend it for that being different. What else is there? Gaia is Gaia's not even that much of an interesting character. The most interesting thing about her is that she has all of the powers now, which is cool. I just wish it was a better character to have these powers. Let me adjust my camera. There we go. I think Nick Fury has a pretty nice arc throughout the show. Nick Fury's always amazing, but he's especially good here, I think. He carries the show hard. And I like the concept of him having a Skrull wife, and that there's the question throughout a couple of the episodes of would he have married his wife if she didn't change her skin from Skrull to human, which just get answered at the end. And that's pretty interesting, I'd say. Let's see. Talos was a good character in here. Really liked Talos. He died, but him dying was actually pretty sad. I just think it was edited and shot weirdly. Like, it felt weird. Just like I can't really explain it. Just his death felt weird. And in the first episode, they killed Maria Hill, which I was super surprised that. That had me in high hopes for this show, because the stakes seemed high. For killing an established MCU character in the first episode. I mean, Maria Hill has been in the MCU since the first Avengers movie, which is a long time. So I was really impressed with that first episode, killing Maria Hill. That really got me surprised. What else? Gravik. Gravik's a pretty decent villain. He's probably one of the better Marvel show villains. I mean, I can't really think of the other Marvel show villains. He's better than the villain in Captain America and Winter Soldier. He's definitely better than the villains in Miss Marvel. He's better than the villain in She-Hulk, if you can even say there's a villain in She-Hulk. She-Hulk's just a mess. The only saving grace of She-Hulk is that Daredevil's in it for an episode. I don't think there's that much else to say about it. I mean, I guess I'd recommend it. I'd say I'd recommend it. Not Well, I'd recommend it pretty much just for the fact that it is setting up future things, which is a problem in itself that you have to watch this show because it set up other things. It's not. It's mostly not even a contained story. That's a big problem with Marvel in general. Is like there's no contained stories anymore. It's all just setting up to the next thing, which I hope they do fix because that's they continue with these, it's gonna end up crashing down because people are gonna get tired of having to watch everything to catch up with, just to catch up and know what's gonna happen or what's happening in the next thing. So, but it is worth watching. It has interesting ideas and concepts in it. Most of those ideas and concepts are not executed well. Um, but if you're a Marvel nerd and you have to do your homework, it's not that bad. Um, the first 3 episodes are very good, I'd say, but the later half of the show, because there's 6 episodes, the later half of the show kind of starts to fall off, and the last episode's probably the worst. But that's nothing new for these Marvel shows. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I think that's all I have to say about it. Watch it if you want to. It's kind of just like a meh. I'd give it like, I don't know, 6.5 out of 10, 7 out of 10, somewhere around that range. So still recommended, just not heavily recommended. But that's gonna be it. See y'all later. Be good people.